Hello, I'm Blastroid. Welcome to a tour of my Satisfactory megabase. First, let me show you where I'm located on the map here. There's a big waterfall section on the beginning grass area. That's where I decided to create my base because it's plenty of open area and I'm not taking up any land whatsoever, so great place to build a megabase. So let's get started in the tour here. I'm going to go up to my little airport. I think the flying guy can give us a better bird's eye view of the mega base here. Create this little place. So these two red dots is where you need to stand, and the little guy will pick you up and give you a little tour of all the surrounding. So, alright, king of the world. Alright, this is the mega base. I've used a little bit of concrete creating it. It is actually 2 stories, not just one. The bottom story is more for my spaghetti, which you can see there, a lot of spaghetti going into the mega base. I'll show you the main bus here in a minute. It looks a little better once you get inside the base. My theory is things you typically don't see on top of the base, I'm okay with spaghetti. Outside the base, or on top of the base, I'm going to be OCD completely. So you can see here a lot of little mini factories creating things to bring inside the base. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this flight path so we can get past all the trees that aren't important here. I am running, I believe, 5.2 gigawatts of power. This is my coal plant. I'm also doing geothermal and some oil refinery for all my power, but coal is my biggest thing to go for. So I think I got like 2 to 3 gigawatts just on coal alone. Alright, coming in for our landing here so we can actually go back into the base and see what's going on. This little wall should scoop me up, and it did. Alright, thank you, guy, appreciate the ride. Let's go down into the base. Now the base is so big it takes forever to walk around, so I've created kind of a racetrack around it. It's a 2-directional track. It goes in full circle, as you can see here. There are a lot of entry points and exit points. You can pretty much jump off wherever you want. You'll see these little cutouts here. Get over to one, I'll show you. In case you want to slow it down, you can just use these ramps to get in and out. There's bridges everywhere too. The hardest part about doing this is turning corners. So you'll see here I've put a lot of these objects around the corners, so you could actually sit on this ramp for 24 hours and it will take you around the base over and over and over and over. And that's actually when I go AFK, I just kind of leave it on the track and I come back and I'm still doing circle loops. Alright, let's go ahead and jump out here at the main part of the base. You can see the waterfalls I was talking about earlier on the map. This is the section I was referring to. Great view. I love doing it. The sound of the water while you're working is awesome. There's the hub, the workstation area. I try to have as much power as I can. Here's a lot of storage bays. I use the double tall storage bays. That side is all the items I'm bringing in from the outside, and this side is all the items I'm creating from the main bus. Quite a few different items, I think like 24, 25 different items. I'm even bringing in some things that I'm not using yet, like sulfur and things. Here's the supercomputers. You can see we're full up on those on both sides here. A lot of supercomputers, and I also have 10 storage bays underneath storing supercomputers too, so I'm preparing for the next tiers, whatever we're going to need here. Go up and look at our power here. Correct, yep, 5.2 gigawatts, using about 2.6 right now. I think I'm still making supercomputers for the bottom storage, but you can see here, this is the main bus. Everything I'm bringing in from the outside is showing up on this bus. Now there are some things like copper wire. You can create the copper wire here, but I went ahead and I already had a mini factory creating it. Down here is the spaghetti land I was talking about, where I'm bringing in all the items from outside. From that direction. I'm going to make this a little cleaner one day. And then as the buildings create the items, I'm actually bringing them back into here, including the main bus. But the reason I'm bringing them here is so we can go back up to that storage area. And once they fill up, you're not slowing down your main bus. So it's a really great storage option. You see there, and this is the side we're bringing in. So like I said, once they fill up, you're not slowing down your main bus. But yeah, as you're filling up your inventory, you're slowing down your main bus by half usually on the items. You see here a lot more storage going on in the background there. Got some extra biogenerators over there in case I need it. Don't really need it. Go up top and show you the rest of the main bus here. Alright, the main bus is, right now, most of them are just one story or one level of ingredients, and you can pull off from each side. I've got 2 lanes together, a gap, 2 lanes, and then if I need to stack a top of it, like Quickwire, I have 2 levels of that. There's a gap in between. The buildings all make their stuff. They're designed to split the resources down the middle, so it's not a balanced system, but it will balance out over time. But it's a vertical or extend out system, meaning I can go a lot wider or taller, and as I increase my belt speeds and increase the resources, I can easily add on to this each of the buildings and increase my productivity as I need to. See here, it's bringing up the items or bringing them back down to put on the main bus. So the main bus basically gets wider and wider as you're creating your stuff. Here's the second level. See, it's creating plates from ingots. And it's going back down. Alright, let's go ahead and hop on the main bus and show you how big it gets and how much wider it gets. So the buildings kind of go a little wider as the main bus goes on, and you're increasing, you're pulling in resources, new resources as you create items. Kind of color code the buildings, so for example, blue is screws and green is circuit board, orange is computer. So quite a long bus. It takes a while to create a bus like this, but it is worth it for the end game, I believe. Haven't got there yet, but it should be a lot easier to create stuff, and just leave your game overnight. You can see every single item has been created. I've already kind of set the tiers up in case I need to bring in more resources, or I'm double outputting faster than the belt can allow, so I might need 2 belts to carry all the resources. Supercomputers again. Like I said, I chose this zone because I'm not taking up any land. I want to explore all the land, and plenty of area to expand outward. And underneath is the same amount of concrete. A lot of work went into creating that base. Go ahead and zip around here. I'll speed it up again so you don't have to see the ride, and show you a couple more things here. Up here is my garage with all my vehicles. Little storage room. Need to dump some materials. I've got some storage bays everywhere throughout the thing, and a lot of fuel being pumped in from the desert area, so we can always have fuel on hand. This is my little shaft to get down. I'll do it the quicker way instead of going down the stairs and make you dizzy. And this is the spaghetti land again. This is where I'm bringing in all the resources. Now I have designed the base where I can have multiple areas to bring in. I've tried to keep everything together here, so I just went ahead and see if I can squish everything together. I do want to clean this area up quite a bit too, but as you can see, it does work. And throughout the zones, I'm creating little mini factories, and sometimes I'm doubling up the things, combining them, creating the speed. Everything is about, I believe, 460 or 450 on the MK4 belt. I do have a truck entrance. I don't use any vehicles for actually automation yet, but I already have it set up here, so they can just pull up, dump off, or pick up, and it goes right into the main belt or from the main belt if needed. And you can see here this side of the base goes all the way down. The other side is the same way, it's just there's nothing over there. And that's pretty much the mega base. Hope you enjoyed it, and please leave some comments.